Set yourself up for an interstellar stunner. In light of the fact that, as per a gathering of researchers, Betelgeuse, the entrancing red supergiant embellishing Orion's shoulder, has proactively detonated. That's right, you heard that right, we are not kidding. Inside the following 10 years, or a couple of many years, its brilliant result will enlighten the night sky. But how did researchers arrive at this claim? Would it be advisable for us we be concerned? Might the James Webb Space Telescope catch the remainders of Betelgeuse? Today we're jumping deep into all of the latest subtleties. Quite possibly, one of the most unmistakable stars in the night sky in the northern half of the globe during winter is the red supergiant star Betelgeuse. It's among the handful of stars that shine brilliantly enough for us to see. In fact, its rosy-orange tone is visible to the naked eye. Betelgeuse is generally the 10th most brilliant star in the night sky. However, as you may already know, it's forever been known to change in splendor. Part of the justification behind this is that Betelgeuse is by no means your commonplace star, due to its monstrous size. On the off chance that we were somehow capable to supplant Betelgeuse with our own little sun, it would loosen up all the way to the asteroid belt and have a mass of an astounding multiple times that of the sun. It might come as a shock. However, Betelgeuse is quite youthful for a star, with an age estimated to be around 8 to 10 million years. In correlation, our own sun is a lot more seasoned, with an expected time of around 4.6 billion years. This is on the grounds that supergiant stars like this consume quickly through their atomic fuel and go cosmic explosion relatively rapidly on geological timescales. This likewise implies they develop quickly, and Betelgeuse may in reality have done that right before humanity's eyes. To grasp how researchers reached the resolution that Betelgeuse had proactively detonated, it's significant to dig into the setting. The story begins around the 2nd century BC, when Chinese space experts made a significant observation that Betelgeuse showed an unmistakable yellow shade. Quick forward to the center of the 2nd century AD, and the Greek space expert Timacharis depicted it as orangish or bronze, equivalent to it shows up today. Correspondingly, medieval spectators in the Middle East saw a comparative shading. The inquiry emerges about how colors were named or seen in the past, but for this situation, there is an actual chance that Betelgeuse went through a variety change inside a couple of hundreds of years. It is conceivable that Chinese stargazers noticed Betelgeuse during its yellow supergiant stage, and over a few centuries it progressed into the red supergiant stage. Given that people, by our inclination, are night sky watchers, you need to consider the number of individuals across the globe who could see the star and saw the change but left no records. After all, changes to a star like that likely accompanied a wide range of darkening and lighting up occasions that aren't recorded. Imagine them facing up at the night sky and saying, "Hey, didn't that star used to be more brilliant?" And that is precisely what's been going on. Right now, Betelgeuse is a variable star, but it appears to adjust to some cyclic behavior. Beginning in December 2019, Betelgeuse's brilliance unusually plunged overwhelmingly, which was apparently perceptible to the unaided eye for those used to looking at the star. It was not its generally expected self until mid-2020. Over time, it recuperated, and one hypothesis was that a portion of these cycles had matched, making for an especially profound dunk in splendor. However, the perceptions made by the Hubble Space Telescope demonstrated something rather exceptional. It created the impression that Betelgeuse had ousted a gigantic measure of burning material into space, shaping a huge residue cloud. This residue cloud, in turn, clouded a critical part of the star's light when seen from our point of view. The change was very shocking. Betelgeuse, once counted among the 10 most splendid stars in the night sky, blurred to where it positioned lower than the 20th most brilliant. It was genuinely confusing to observe its obscurity in contrast with its adjoining star, Aldebaran, which holds the 14th position regarding splendor. Fortunately, Betelgeuse gave indications of improvement. However, its strange way of behaving did not stop. As a matter of fact, it is at present showing a state considerably more peculiar than simple darkening. Throughout recent months, Betelgeuse has gone through a sensational expansion in brilliance, outperforming its typical iridescence by a faltering half. This astounding circumstance is very disrupting for a star that is known for its progressions. The darkening occasions could be brought about by dust or agreeing cycles, or perhaps the star created tremendous sunspots. However, a critical expansion in splendor is something else altogether. Despite the fact that it very well may be connected with the past occasion when Betelgeuse removed material in the case of 2019, it probably caused a significant disturbance in the star's plasma stream. The current conduct we notice could be considered a consequential convulsion of that launch. But what lies behind this unconventional behavior, outperforming the star's regular changeability? One moderate theory that has been widely discussed is that Betelgeuse is approaching the cosmic explosion stage. While moderate appraisals still propose that the star is roughly 100,000 years from today's cosmic explosion occasion, we will give proof to scrutinize this thought and show that it has previously worked out. So what is the proof? As per a historic, ongoing logical paper by Hideyuki and partners of Tohoku College in Japan, Betelgeuse has proactively gone through a cosmic explosion, and we might be seeing the result of this enormous exhibition in no less than 10 years or a couple of years from now. Yes, that is right. As astonishing as it sounds, the last noticed cosmic explosion in our system was the Kepler cosmic explosion, which was as far back as the 1600s. Through a careful assessment of Betelgeuse's fluctuation designs, the analysts have found 4 particular occasional changes happening at time spans: 2,200, 420, 230, and 85 days. While the beginning of the longest period remains obscure, it is estimated to be the central period, with the more limited spans possibly filling in as suggestions. The specialists propose a model suggesting that Betelgeuse is in a late phase of carbon consuming, inferring that it very well might be nearly a terrific blast, situating it as a conspicuous possibility for the following expected cosmic explosion occasion inside our Milky Way galaxy. With regards to disentangling the secret encompassing Betelgeuse, there's a bit of a riddle. You see, there are some clashing perceptions with respect to the discharge of materials and the star's ensuing recuperation. The overall agreement inclines towards a mass discharge occasion, something not completely incomprehensible for different kinds of stars, albeit on a more modest scale contrasted with our own Sunday. However, here is the twist. Supernovae are a genuine thing too. We really saw one in a satellite universe of the Milky Way back in 1987. So while it's conceivable that our gauges for Betelgeuse's explosion timing could be off, don't go arranging a getaway around it at this time. The precarious part is that Betelgeuse is presently precarious to notice. It has slipped behind the sun and will not be apparent in the future until basically August. Thus, we're left in obscurity about what this mysterious star depends on right now. What we do know, anyway, is that it's kicking its regular patterns by lighting up. Now, here's something entrancing. Betelgeuse's enormous size and somewhat close vicinity, around 650 light-years away, permit us to determine a plate in fact. While noticing it, most stars are basically excessively far away, showing up as simple places of light. Yet with Betelgeuse we have an intriguing chance to catch direct varieties in its light output through photography. So we not only have a star that could possibly go cosmic explosion, but also plenty of information to gather, including images, despite the fact that they might be a bit foggy. How about we envision the situation where Betelgeuse really has to be sure gone cosmic explosion? How might it look? Priorities straight. It will be a genuine display, but try not to worry. It's entirely all right for us here on Earth. You see, Betelgeuse is very far away, so it will not truly hurt our planet when it goes cosmic explosion. However, it will not be the most brilliant item overhead. Really, the moon will in any case surpass it by a long shot, and we should not disregard the sun. However, it would create its own shaded areas around evening time and stay noticeable during the daytime for about a year. Now, here's the interesting part. The cosmic explosion would be apparent around evening time for quite some time, step by step disappearing. There may be a brief period where it recovers some of its previous brilliance, but ultimately it will keep on blurring until the natural shoulder star in the heavenly body Orion vanishes by and large. While this cosmic explosion won't represent any risk to us, it could create some disarray beyond a shadow of a doubt. Some creatures depend on evening glow for route, and with an extra brilliant light overhead creating shaded areas, it could lose them their game a little. In any case, that is not all. Space science itself would confront a few difficulties. Noticing the night sky from Earth during times when the moon is sparkling brilliantly can be a bit precarious. An extremely splendid, cosmic explosion could very well eclipse other dimmer stars. What's more, for space science exploration, that could demonstrate troublesome. So the inquiry remains. Is Betelgeuse detonating now? The response might be a resounding no, if we consider the gigantic scales we are used to. However, according to the most recent proof, it is likely not too far off. To summarize, keep your eyes on the night sky and the exciting potential that lies ahead of us as we track the life of Betelgeuse. It might be some time before it detonates, and when it does, it will create a sight we will never forget.